which is also quite easy. Again, remove all this gibberish, just makes you confused. The point is to write the input string again, but without letters that we have seen before. So if you want to write apple, you're going to write apple with just one P, because the P is a repetition, right? So how do we do that? Logically, you need to remember all the letters that you have seen in the input string, and remember to find those in the next. So if you think logically, how do you solve this? Well, first, you need to get the input string, and then you need to read the input string character by character and see if the character you are reading is a character you have seen before. So you may think, so do we need like a memory of all the characters we have seen before? Not necessarily, because thankfully we have this function, index of a character in a particular string. What it does, it gives you the number or the position of a character in a particular string. So let's learn this function first before we implement it. I'm going to comment this out and create this. Let's find A in the input string. Let's see the position of A. Let's compile this first. Let's write, for example, PA. A is in the first position, position 1, because P is in the 0 position. Then if we write PPPPA, it will become in the 4th position, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we know how this function works. But what if our input doesn't contain any A? Boom, it gives -1. What does it mean? This is a built-in behavior of functions in Java, where if the input is unexpected, right, which is something without A, and we're looking for A, it will give an error result, which is -1. -1 basically means error. Hey, I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for A, but there's no A, right? So we can actually use this in our advantage. Clear this thing out. So we have the string S. Let's construct a new string, which is empty, and create a for loop. And by the way, solve this before you see my solution. Try to think it through, solve it yourself. Then if you're done, you can go back here, right? Starting at the 0th character, we proceed until we reach the last character of the string, which is just S flag. What we're going to do is we proceed character by character in the string. So let's create a char called letter. What we're trying to do is to not print any character that we have seen before. So you can reverse this to only print characters that you've never seen before, and the space bars. Don't forget the space bars. So if the letter, could be any character, but I call it a letter. If the letter is just a blank spacebar, or the letter is not present in the new string that we're trying to develop, then we can print it, right? Meaning the letter we have not seen before. What does it look like? It looks like this. Again, we're going to use the index of function. So the index of the letter in the new string If it returns a -1, meaning we cannot find this letter in the new string, meaning it is not something we have seen before, because what we have seen before, we will put into the new string. Then we can print it. And this is wrong, like that, just like that, because characters need a single quotation mark. Strings have 2 quotation marks, but letter have 1 quotation mark. So we're going to print the new string, which is just a new string added with the letter, right? So we return it now, and we can have the final result. Okay, so let's have the input Tel Aviv with double V, and it's going to return Tel Aviv just 1 V. And we can test this out with whatever they have, Command C, and we have the correct result. Again, the idea is of this function, this is, I think, the most important part. We're only going to print, or we're going to add to the new string, we're going to build the new string only with the characters, that is space bars, and characters that we have never seen before. We have never seen before, meaning in the new string, this letter does not exist. Because what we have seen before, we will put into the new string. Get it? So that's the idea. Very simple. Moving on to the next homework.